Good morning, children, and welcome once again to this part of the video class, subject science and class 5. Now, today we are going to again continue with the same lesson, that is chapter 7, titled as Interdependence in Living Beings, that is for plants and animals. Now, children, in the last class, we had talked about the environment, the various components of the environment. We saw that it consisted of both living and non-living components. We went further to classify the living components of the environment as producers, consumers, scavengers, and decomposers. We had also seen the different types of consumers. So today we are going to proceed further with this lesson. Today we are going to talk about the food chain, and of course we will also talk about how plants and animals depend on each other. Now, in our environment, the plant is the producer, that is, they produce food, and this food is eaten by the herbivores, the omnivores, and the carnivores also indirectly. So we see that the plants are eaten by the herbivores, and which in turn are eaten by the carnivore, setting a chain. This food chain, this is what is called a food chain. So we can say that if I would define this food chain, I would say that it is a chain showing how plants are eaten by the herbivores or the omnivores, which in turn gets eaten by the higher animals, that is the carnivore. That this is called the food chain. Now on the board I have just drawn a small picture to just elaborate this fact. In our environment we see that the grass, I just take one example, the grass is eaten by the deer. Not only deer, there are many other herbivores. It can be cow, buffalo, many things. So this grass is eaten by the deer, and this deer in turn gets eaten by the carnivore. Here I have taken an example of a lion. There can be many food chains in the environment. If I take another example, let's take another example. I will not draw it, I'll just tell you. Now we see that the grass is eaten by the grasshoppers. It is eaten by the grasshopper. This grasshopper in turn gets eaten by the frog. The frog gets eaten by the snake, and this snake in turn will get eaten by, say, eagle, or it can be vulture, or sorry, this is eagle. So this is yet another food chain where we see that the grass is eaten by the grasshopper is eaten by the frog is eaten by the snake, and the snake is eaten by eagle. So it is an example of a food chain. Now in our nature, many food chains are interlinked, and this network of interconnected food chain is what is known as food web. I'm not going to talk about food web in details. So just you should know what is a food chain in our environment. So I have taken two examples where one was grass getting eaten by deer getting eaten by the lion, and little longer chain can be grass being eaten by grasshopper, and grasshopper being eaten by frog, in turn gets eaten by the snake, and in turn gets eaten by eagle. So if I have to sum up about this food chain, I would say that it is a flow of energy. It is a food chain. It is a chart showing that how energy in the form of food. Of course, when we eat, we get food only. In the form of food from one category of animal to another category of animals. So this is about the food chain. Now children, let's see the interdependence of plants and animals. We know that both plants and animals depend on each other. We are going to see one by one how first the plants depend on the animals. So here are some of the points that I've listed here, where we'll see how plants depend on animals. We all know that plants depend for several basic needs. The one of the main characteristics of the plant is that they manufacture their food by the process of photosynthesis. So the plant depend on carbon dioxide released by the animals is used for photosynthesis. Now when the animals, during the respiration in animals, they give out carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is used by the plants for photosynthesis, that is to manufacture their food. The animals help in the dispersal of the seeds. If you remember that how different animals help in the dispersal of the seeds, that is scattering of the seeds away from the mother plant, so that the plants can grow well. So the animals help in dispersal of seeds. They are helpful to these plants. Some animals, that is insects, they also help in pollination. That means to bring the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. We had seen that in the previous chapters. So some insects help in the pollination in flowers. So that's yet another importance. And of course, when the animals die or the animals excreta, they act as a good manure. In Hindi we call it khad, natural manure. And this provides minerals for the plant growth. So we see that plants depend on the animals on several things. I have listed here 4. So this is how the plants depend on animals. Now children, let's see how animals depend on the plants. Just now we had seen how plants depends on the animals. Now we will see how animals depend on the plants. I have listed a few points here. Let us discuss one by one. Number 1, plants supply oxygen to the atmosphere. We know that plants during photosynthesis, they use carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to make food, and in the form of glucose, and they release oxygen. Now this oxygen gas or the oxygen is used by the animals during respiration. They breathe in oxygen. Animals need oxygen for breathing, which the plants provide. So plants are very useful to the animals for providing oxygen. Next, animals depend for food on the plants. Now green plants are only the producers. So all the animals, they depend directly or indirectly for food on the plants. And of course, since plants are the producers, they provide food to the animals. Next, shady trees give shelter against sun and the rains. Many arboreal animals, they find shelter or they take shelter on the trees, shady trees. Insects, they make their nest sometimes in the bark of the trees, or in the say on the leaves, under the leaves. So of course these shady trees gives shelter to the smaller animals against sun and rain. Next, plants are also reduces pollution by absorbing various pollutants. Now today one of the major problems that we are suffering is the air pollution. We say that plant more and more trees. They will purify the air by giving out oxygen, and of course they also absorb the pollutants, those substances that pollute the air. So it is also known to reduce pollution by absorbing the pollutants. Now there are some microorganisms, they feed on the dead plants too. So these dead plants become the food for the microorganisms, that is the decomposers. Okay, so today just now we saw about how plants depend on the animals and how animals depend on the plants. So we see that in the environment both plants and animals are interdependent. Now children, just observe this picture. This is the picture showing the interdependence in the environment. You see here, these are the green plants, that is the producers. these are eaten by the consumer, that is the herbivores. Plants are also eaten by the carnivores, that omnivores. Okay, and this in turn, the herbivore is being eaten by the carnivores. This carnivore, when it dies, they are eaten by, or they are decomposed by the microorganisms, and these microorganisms, they release nutrients which mix in the soil, and the plants, they absorb the nutrients for their growth. So we see how they, in the environment, a full cyclic process is followed, where one is eaten by the other, and finally the nutrients come back to the soil. So children, today we saw about the food chains. We have taken two examples of food chain. Then we saw the interdependence of plants and animals. We discussed through points how plants depend on animals and how animals depend on plants. And then we saw through a diagram of the book, you saw that the interdependence in our environment. So today we will stop at this place. Now along with this, again we are going to send you an assignment, and which has to be done again in your exercise copies of science, and keep on studying, because the second assessment test will be coming soon. So till then, keep safe and thank you.